Hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Today's story is not just long, but deeply meaningful and full of powerful life lessons, along with many useful daily sentences that you can practice in your everyday life. So please read it slowly, carefully, and try to repeat each sentence. Feel every word, understand every emotion, and connect it with your own life. This story is about finding yourself, believing in yourself, and changing your life step by step. Are you ready? Let's begin this journey together. My name is David. I am 30 years old, and I live in a small apartment in a busy city. From the outside, my life looks normal. I have a job, I have a routine, and everything seems fine. But inside, I feel empty. Every morning, I wake up early and stand in front of the mirror. I look into my own eyes and ask myself a simple question. Who am I? But every day, I fail to find the answer. I only see a tired face, a silent person, and a life that feels incomplete. My daily routine never changes. I wake up, take a shower, get dressed, and make a cup of tea. I sit alone at the table, quietly thinking. Sometimes I look out the window and watch the world moving fast, while I feel stuck in the same place. One morning, something feels different. A thought comes to my mind. I cannot continue like this. I need to find myself. That day, I decide that I will search for answers. I leave my house at 8 in the morning. I walk slowly to the bus stop. The road is familiar, but my thoughts are not. The bus arrives and I get on. I pay the fare and sit near the window. As I look around, I see people just like me, silent, serious, tired. Everyone is busy, but no one looks happy. I ask myself, is this life? Is this what we are all chasing? These questions stay with me. When I reach my office, everything feels the same. I say good morning to my coworkers, but no one really listens. People are busy with their own work, their own worries. I sit at my desk, staring at my computer screen, but my mind is somewhere else. I feel disconnected. I feel lost. At lunchtime, I decide to go to a small coffee shop. It is quiet and peaceful. I order my tea and sit down. Then I notice an old man sitting alone. Something about him feels calm and wise. I gather some courage and walk towards him. "Excuse me, can I sit here?" I ask. He smiles warmly and says, "Of course." We begin talking. His voice is soft but meaningful. After a few minutes, he asks me a question that changes everything. "Are you happy?" I pause. I don't know what to say. I reply, "I have a job. I have a home." But he gently shakes his head and says, "That is not what I asked. Do you know who you really are?" His words hit me deeply. I feel confused. Before leaving, he hands me a small notebook and says, "Write your answer." I take the notebook home. That night after dinner, I open it. On the first page, it says, "Who are you?" I pick up a pen and start writing. "My name is David. I am 30 years old. I work in an office." Then I stop. My hand freezes. My mind goes blank. I realize something painful. I don't know who. I am beyond these basic facts. I feel sad, confused, and empty. I close the notebook and go to bed, but I cannot sleep. That night, I see a dream. I see myself as a small boy, running freely in a garden. I am laughing, smiling, and painting colorful pictures. I remember how happy I used to be. I remember my dream. I wanted to become an artist. I wanted to create beauty. I wanted to make people smile. When I wake up, my eyes are filled with tears. I whisper, "What happened to me?" I take the notebook and write everything I saw in my dream. Then I decide to call my mother. "Hello, Mom," I say. "Hello, my son. How are you?" She replies. "I am fine, Mom, but I want to ask you something. What was I like as a child?" She laughs softly and says, "David, you were full of dreams. You loved painting. You were always smiling. You wanted to help people. You had a beautiful heart. Her words touch my soul. After the call, I search for old memories. I find a box of old photos and drawings. I open it slowly. Inside, I see my childhood paintings, bright, colorful, full of life. I see a photo of myself holding a painting, smiling with pure happiness. At that moment, I realize something powerful. I lost myself, but I can find myself again. The next day, I go to an art shop. I buy colors, brushes, and paper. The shopkeeper asks me, "Are you an artist?" I smile and reply, "I am trying to be." When I return home, I sit down and start painting. At first, my hands shake. I feel nervous. But slowly, I relax. I paint a sunrise, a new beginning. As I paint, I feel peace. I feel joy. I feel alive again. Days turn into weeks. I keep practicing every day. I improve slowly. I start believing in myself. One day, I show my painting to my neighbor. She smiles and says, "This is beautiful." She even asks me to make one for her. When she pays me, I feel proud, not because of the money, but because I created something meaningful. Now, I stand at a crossroads. I have two choices: continue my office job or follow my passion. I think deeply. I feel fear, but also excitement. Finally, I decide to follow my heart. I write a resignation letter to my boss. My hands shake, but my heart feels strong. I leave my job and start a new journey. I open a small art studio. At first, it is difficult, but slowly, people start coming. Some buy my paintings. Some come to learn. Children come with curiosity and joy. I teach them how to draw, how to express themselves. Their smiles give me happiness. I even start teaching poor children for free. I want to give them hope, just like I found mine. Every day I feel more complete. I feel useful. I feel proud of who I am becoming. Now, my life has changed. I wake up with happiness. I go to bed with peace. I am not rich, but I am fulfilled. I am not famous, but I am satisfied. 1 year later, I meet the old man again. He smiles and asks, "Do you remember me?" I say, "Yes, you changed my life." He gently replies, "No, David, you changed your own life." Then he asks again, "Who are you now?" This time I smile with confidence and say, "I am David. I am an artist. I am someone who follows his heart. I am someone who helps others. I am someone who never gives up. I am finally the person I was meant to be." And in that moment, I understand the truth. You don't find yourself by waiting. You find yourself by trying. You find yourself by believing. You find yourself by never giving up. So if you are listening to this, remember one thing. You are not lost. You are just waiting to discover yourself. Start today. Start small. Believe in yourself. And one day, you will proudly say, "I know who I am."